Guys, I was just telling the others, you go to a movie like The Hobbit, you sit through the credits, you watch every name come out as fast as it may be, you try to get as many as you can. There are a ton of people that work on a film like this.
We had 1,200 at Weta. At Weta alone.
That's insane.
And that doesn't include the shooting crew or anyone else. So
what's it like to be supervisor of so many people? How do you keep them under wraps?
it's hard to remember everyone's name, which is the the big problem I have. But you spend a lot of time in conference rooms and you spend a lot of time in conference rooms reviewing shots over and over and over. So in all, I've probably seen this movie 300 times. So.
And does it ever fully sink in for you guys when you're watching the movie, or are you constantly picking out something you could have changed, something you could have done differently?
It always affects the viewing of the movie, unfortunately. I actually had to take a break for a month before I wanted to actually even go see it, so I could try and get fresh eyes on it. And you still, every shot you kind of remember. I think one of the things that does happen is that the shots that you spent months and months working on go by like that, and you're like, oh, geez, that all happened really fast, all that stuff that we spent so much time on. But that's part of visual effects, is the stuff that we work on is pretty short shots. And, yeah.
How long did it take you guys to complete the entire movie?
Well, we had pretty much a year as post-production, but by the time the movie got turned over, we had about 4 months to finish the whole movie. So
now,
very short time frame.
Yeah, a year isn't a lot. I know that somebody told me once it takes, I think it was 6 months to do a 60-second clip in animation. Is that right?
Maybe not 6 months, but as an example, a single Smaug shot took about 24 hours a frame to render. So that said, that at 48 frames a second and about 24 minutes of Smaug shots, the math puts us at a lot.
And rendering takes a really long time.
It does.
Can you explain to my viewers a little bit about what that means?
Well, it means we take the simple animation model, which Eric does, and animates the performance of Smaug. And then we put textures, painted, sort of like Photoshop, painted textures onto a simple model. And then we'd put lights in just like you would do on a set and render a frame. So.
And you had all the gold coin simulation as well on the Smaug sequence. So they had tons of effects animation that also had to run, and that took hours and hours. And the rendering for that, again, it took days.
So that's every time basically Smaug moves, the coins go flying, right?
Yes. Every time he moved, which was almost every shot, there was a whole coin simulation they had to run.
There's also a character, I don't want to say his name because I'll say it wrong, he's a skin changer. What does it take
Beorn?
Yes, thank you. What does it take to make his transformation?
A lot of tricks, actually, in his case, because Peter didn't want to make it sort of a werewolf movie. He wanted to have him transform but not really see it. So in that case, we sort of did it as sort of behind trees and things like that. So we almost cheated, but it was actually for a purpose. He didn't want to see a werewolf in Paris sort of transformation. He just wanted the audience to know that he was a transformer, but he didn't really care about the audience seeing the transformation.
Sort of stay away from the cult following that's going on.
He wanted it to be more of a in the background. You knew it happened, but he didn't really want the audience to have to see it or deal with it.
Now, you guys, I don't want to keep you much longer. I do have one more question that I try to ask each of my guests. It's actually about your sock choice. I believe that socks tell a lot about a person.
Not good. This is not good.
I have Star Wars.
Do you really?
Star Wars socks on today.
Do they both match?
I don't know. Yes.
Awesome.
Striped.
They look great.
Striped Star Wars socks.
Wicked. And do you always have themed socks?
Not always. I'm more of a shorts and sandals sort of person.
And
most
farmer's
of the time.
tan.
Yeah.
We were just doing the laundry when we flew out from Montana to land here, so I grabbed the one pair of white socks that I had in the drawer for the plane ride.
I've got to say, that right there makes you Eric number 2. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I
It was
really
very nice
appreciate
meeting
the
you,
time.
Maija.